Potato. Who's Frog? Is that Disco Potato? Who's Frog Potato?
What countdown? We didn't pay attention to the countdown today. Hello, everybody, and welcome to UG with Duff and Eazzzy. I'm Duff. He's Eazzzy, and we are live on the air. Saying hello to everyone on this bright and sunny, what day are we at? Thursday.
I'm not live anymore, I don't think.
Eazzzy's screen seems to have, let's fix this on the go here real quick. I don't know what he's done.
Could be me.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. Something will catch up eventually. There we go. Now we got him again. Anyway, hello, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. We missed me on the last one. Eazzzy got a quick one out on his own, which was super fun. I got to watch that. Great job, big guy, riding solo. Good job.
How's the young lady doing?
She's better now, as we're leaving for a hockey tournament today. Quick hellos. Steph's out there. Philip. Feral Cat, hello everyone. Frog Potato. I love anything with potato in it. Disco Potato still has to be my favorite
Disco
name.
Potato is a great name.
Let's get the business end of this out of the way real quick. So there's your teams. Buffalo, the Bills, BUF, New England, the Pats, NE. Make sure you go and enter that tournament. Of course, that's on and running today, right now. And, yeah, so you got to hit the little bullhorn, enter promo code. You guys know what you're doing. Pappy, good morning, buddy. Big day. Big weekend coming up. CCC starts this weekend. So Saturday and Sunday is going to be the opening round. First time everyone finding out, it's going to be on Wolf Creek. So if you're watching this and you're a member of that tournament, it's going to be 18 holes at Wolf Creek. As always, one replay only, or no replay. So you just get one shot at it, one and done, which is always fun. We always see some surprise scores, both good and bad.
Yes.
First off, Eazzzy can't see this because he can't see my screen, but how do you like the new setup? I moved from upstairs to downstairs. Look at this fanciness. Look at this. He's been down here before. I think it looks a little better. It looks a little nicer in the streams.
Are those wooden shutters back there? What are those? I like that. I like the basement look. It's warm and cozy for the winter.
Fun fact, all these boards that are up were actually, if you go to Great Wolf Lodge, they're the exact same ones. The guy that built the house, had it before us, was part of that construction team and stole a whole bunch of the wood. So it ended up in our house, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Alan Calfers here as well. Hey, Alan. Anyway, so the UG Showdown, Here Comes the Sun, ongoing right now. Semifinals started today, so you got 2 days to play that. Again, the final for that one is this weekend. You're going to have Saturday and Sunday to play the final of that one. That one does have the boosted rewards. We've got the Tour Pro Majors thrown in there, which is 77 win versus the 75. So always nice to get a few of those. We've got a couple fun tournaments coming up this weekend, I know. Saturday is going to be a little ice dragon action. And then Sunday, for the first time ever, we might see there's going to be a course played on Sunday that has never been played in a tournament before. I'll let you guys guess and figure out what it is. Bolak, what's up, buddy? So Sunday, first time ever for a new course. And it's going to help a lot of people with mastery, I believe. This one's tough.
I have a guess, but I'll save that. I have a guess.
This one's tough to get for the mastery.
Yeah, I won't say it, but I have a guess for sure. Lots of people probably have a good guess.
Oh, yeah. I think they'll probably get it right away. Lots of movement going on in country clubs, which I like to see. People, players shuffling around. I know Whiskey Business picked up a couple new guys. Shock and Awe is now Goodfellas. They moved around. Oh, my mic, is it too quiet? There we go. I can turn it up too. Lots of good stuff. Having a lot of fun. And people are getting creative with their names as well. We got a whole of Charlie Brown Peanuts theme going on with one club. We're going to see them in the Country Club Championship Final, season 13 coming up, which is kind of fun. I like it. I also like the old familiar and stay where you are and keep your name the same. I also like the switching names and having a little bit of fun with it. It makes for a disaster when you're trying to figure out who's in your bracket and what's going to happen, because who is whatever, hashtag exclamation mark whatever. But whatever, yeah. You go fun. You put up a good score, do whatever you can. Who cares who you're playing? All right.
There is something to say about branding too, right? Branding is tight when you look and you see that same logo from the last 75 years. It's just the symbol of excellence, and it's at the top all the time. But it is fun to switch up to.
Yes, there's a reason why the Montreal Canadiens have not changed their logo in 100 years. And you get someone like the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, who it looks disastrous at times. even my Canucks have switched it up. They've had some hits and misses.
Yep.
So tonight we've got the Bills, we've got the Pats. Big guy, your first slide is up. Ultimate Golf Scramble Game Day Thursday night matchup. Take it away.
Thanks, Duff, and thanks everyone for tuning in. This one on paper may not look like it's much of a matchup, but we'll go through it. We'll find a couple of reasons why there's always parity is live, and every team is beatable on any given Sunday, or in this case, any given Thursday night. The Buffalo Bills divisional matchup Thursday, great. Going into Foxborough, the Buffalo Bills 8-3, record 8-3. New England 6-4. The line right now, as it looks, is 3.5. Bills favorite 3.5, over under 43.5. That line is moving. It probably gets closer to 4 at game time. So if you like anything to do with that, jump on that now. A couple little tidbits I'll touch on when I'm going through my notes here. The mystery illness. This is the second week in a row. I had that up there for the Colts. It doesn't show up that much on the injury report, but there's guys in there each and every day that weren't in there the day before, and things aren't right. So I mentioned this to Duff off screen. I don't want to use the C word, but it used to be something like they'd be traveling and they went to a bad restaurant because someone knew the hometown team knew they were going to go there, and sometimes you get a disgruntled dishwasher that'll spike your food or something. So that's why a lot of teams travel with their own people or pay premium bucks to go out and dine at establishments that don't do that. But anyways, lately for the last couple of years, that's also been a symbol of COVID, where they say mystery illness. So
that's
I don't know if
what you meant by C word. There we go.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we use not cat. Yeah. So anyways, I don't know what it is. I'm not guessing that it's COVID. They just like to be coy with that kind of stuff. And they obviously don't want the NFL to get a sniff of that word either, because they will come in and test everyone and do all their stuff. So even though it seems to be on its way out, it's still prevalent in the background and looks like it's making a comeback. Anyways, history was Hoodie. Wow. Buffalo does not like him, eh? Yeesh. Records and trends for Belichick. Do not like Hoodie. But, records are meant to be broken and trends are changing based on people. And as I said, there's no way that Buffalo loses this game, right? Like, there's no way. After stealing one from the Lions on Thursday, I mean, they can't lose, right? So that's what we'll talk about. We'll touch on a little bit of that stuff. So weather tonight, nothing, considering Foxborough late November, nothing inclement or anything. 34 degrees. It's going to feel like 27. For those people still in the real world with metric, that's around 1 degree or -2. Clear basically all night and 9-mile-an-hour winds. Only 9. Under 10 is fine. Nothing wrong with that. So I don't see weather being an issue. Hardly any precipitation. But it is, it is Foxborough, right? There could be 3 feet of snow by game time. But it looks to be nice. I've got an injury report. I don't know if Duff's got that there for the Bills. Wowzers, that was huge. Lots of guys on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday that weren't really rocking there. And the main thing that we look at is Wednesday, who participated, who was full, and who didn't. So most of the guys were full participants on Wednesday. The 2 main names were the guys that went out in that Lions game on Thursday on Thanksgiving Day. The big one, obviously, Von Miller. He's done, and Deion Dawkins. So those 2 are still out, and you'll see questionable there with Quentin Morris. not too much else going on there. So they've buried all of that illnesses stuff behind the scenes, and we'll see there's 3 or 4 with illness. They don't say anything about it, eh? Just makes you wonder. Did the boys go out and have wings somewhere one night and didn't get them done well enough in Buffalo, or what happened? So it is what it is, but they look to be on the mend. Not too much. I didn't give Duff a slide for this one. Not too much going on for New England. The only guys that are out are Damian Harris. He's been out for a while now, running back for New England, and Isaiah Wynn. No one's listed as doubtful. A few guys are listed as questionable. The biggest name on that list is Jabril Peppers. He didn't play last week. I have a feeling he will play tonight. A couple other guys dinged up, but it is what it is, right? It's week 13, 14 in the NFL. This is the healthiest you were was probably in preseason in game 1. You are just going to get dinged up more and more each and every week. So it is what it is. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Let's rock this through here. Patriots are on the outside looking in terms of a playoff picture. They've got a record of 6-4. There are 9 teams in the AFC with 6 or more wins, and there's only 7 spots that are available. The Patriots are kind of at the bottom of that list looking in. Most of all because they're in 4th in their own division. There are 3 other teams. They are in last. 3 other teams ahead of them in their own division. We talked about this in the past about other sports. It's not so much the percentages, and I can give you the numbers and run the numbers, and it's 38% chance the Bills make that the Patriots make the playoffs. It's the sheer amount of teams that you have to leapfrog to get over to get in. Once you start doing divisional matchups and you're gonna take away games and they're split the differences, you don't get enough of a winning streak going. You start losing time and you start losing games played. And now there's 7 games left and you're 5 back, and you just theoretically you just can't jump that many teams because they're gonna saw each other off. So that's your number right there, right? The Patriots are looking at the outside in, but Hoodie, he always likes to spoil everything. Little motivation for the Bills. Lots of swagger and bulletin board material going on. Someone got a little chirpy and talked about the Bills. The last 2 times they played the Patriots, one of which was in a wild card game. They've lit them up. 80 points in total for the Bills, and in both of those games, Buffalo didn't actually punt. They didn't punt. In the last game they played, they scored on all 7 touchdown drives, and basically, got lit up at the buzzer, and that's the only reason the game stopped is because the whistle blew. So I don't know. They've been talking about that, and Hoodie is putting that up on the bulletin board. His record overall, I think 36-9 against Buffalo. Told you that. He's a killer. But, let's get real. A lot of that was Brady as well. Brady was 32-3 against the Bills. Good God, you guys were happy to see him traded, eh? 32-3 against the Bills. So this goes to show you trends change. Josh Allen started out 1-4 against the Patriots, but he's won the last 3 to even his record to 4-4 against Hoodie. So things are changing. Times are changing. This is the most important stretch for the Bills here. They are in trouble. They've lost 2 division games. They've lost to the Jets and they've lost to the Dolphins. So they actually can't lose again. If they lose again, they're going to be in real trouble. I don't know if you noticed that little face mask that I had on my injury report for the Bills. That was the face mask right at the end of the game that gave Josh Allen, that's holding the ball there, that little mystery run in order to kick that big field goal. But I digress. Lions, it's everyone against the world, so they got robbed on Thanksgiving, but it is what it is. So not too much going on, really. I mean, lots of positional players here. Maybe we'll go to the last slide here. I've given you enough information, enough stats, and enough other things like that. We'll go to the player personnel, the Big Eazzy's breakdown by the numbers. You've got Josh's Jacks. I don't know if you guys know that. That's a cereal they do when they had the Flutie Flakes. I don't know if you guys remember that. They had Flutie Flakes way back in the day. Well, they've got Josh's Jacks that actually look like, well, I don't want to say it in case you get copyright strikes. They look like a cereal that is...
No, you can say it.
Okay, well, they look like Fruit Loops, but in the States, they're not, I guess they're not called Fruit Loops in the States. I don't know. I don't know if it's one of those weird things. Anyways, I've gotten a box for a buddy of mine that's a huge Bills fan, although that hurt me. That hurt me to do that, but he's appreciative of it. So anyways, Josh Allen going up against Mac the Knife. Obviously, Josh Allen is the better of the 2 quarterbacks. Running game, Singletary versus Stevenson. I like Stevenson. He's probably the meat or the beef of that offense right now, that running game. So we'll split that. I mean, Singletary probably gets a bit of an edge because of the team he's on and because of the options they have with throwing the ball. But toe-to-toe, I'll give Stevenson the edge on the running back, but like I said, it's a team sport, so that's probably an even kind of a split there. You've got Diggs and Dawson Knox against Myers and Devontae Parker. That's almost a split, but once again, the quarterback, the team, you probably give the edge to Buffalo. Here's the real split: defenses overall. Buffalo fifth overall in the league, team defense, and New England sixth. There's really no edge there. So we'll see if New England can bring it, because this has got Bills written all over it. I don't see it being a blowout, but New England's got to do something special. Um, one of these games in the trenches, all these buzzwords, a slow game, run game, keep the clock moving, try and keep the Buffalo's offense off the field, use the clock right to the last second, just keep the ball on the ground, nothing fancy. Mac Jones, I remember Hoodie a couple of years ago, dude had no passes, and it was like, I think he was 0 for 3 and 1 for 2 or 0 for 3 in passing. They had like 40 runs. So he'll do some weird stuff like that. You have no idea what's going on with him. So I'm giving the overall grade a C plus. I'm giving the Bills a 63% chance, something like a 27-17. It might be a one-score game. It could be 27-20. I don't see it being a huge blowout, just because Buffalo can't put teams away. And I've said this before. I've had this argument before. Buffalo is no longer favorites to win the Super Bowl, or even favorites to go to the Super Bowl. The big bad beast, the big bad wolf there, Mahomes and KC are still up at the top there. And you might even start looking at other teams. What have you done for me lately? They can't put teams away. They took a cheap field goal to beat Detroit. They can't bury people, and that's what I want to see. I want to see someone step on your throat and bury you in the fourth quarter and win by 15, and then take all the starters out. They've had to play right to the last play of the game, so they don't have a killer instinct. I'll say it. It's probably the unpopular opinion. We can play this back in the future, and you'll see Eazzzy has a take on everything. Here's some earnings for you if you're into it. I like these a lot. I'll take a flyer on Diggs, Stephon Diggs, to score the first touchdown at plus 550. Singletary anytime touchdown. That means you can score at any point throughout the entire game. Plus 125. That's good money. Stevenson, the running back for the Patriots. I'll take over 35.5 receiving yards. He's got good hands out of the backfield, and they'll center in on that run, so they'll have to spread him out wide at some point in time or do these little halfback tosses. I'll take Josh Allen over 0.5 interceptions. So that means he'll throw one tonight. That's at minus 145. So you know that other people think that's going to happen. And I'll take Greg Rousseau over 0.5 sacks, which is even money. So you bet 100, you win 100. That's the easiest bet in football, even money. So that's where you have it, folks. I won't take too much of your time. That's what I've got. As I tell you, I wouldn't be surprised we come in here tomorrow morning and we talk about Hoodie pulling the hood over someone's eyes and the Patriots winning 23-20. I don't see it happening, but I wouldn't be surprised. So we'll take the Bills C plus 63% in the Thursday night UG Scramble.
So there you have it. Big guy goes Bills at 63% to win. I also, while you were doing that and you were looking for what they call Fruit Loops in the States, I Googled it, and it's Boston Bruins fans. So that's what you call Fruit Loops in the States, are Bruins fans.
Love it.
Man, I hate the Bruins. Only because they killed my Canucks. I still can't. Cost them in a Stanley Cup, those Bruins. Anyway, 63%. That's Eazzy's going with the Bills.
How are you, Eric? Sorry, I didn't check my stream here. I didn't see the comments.
Eric's here, Gator's here, Steph's here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching this. World Cup. So as we talk all sorts of sports here on UG with Duff and Eazzzy. World Cup, I've been watching a pile. Canada, oh man, they look. Talk about not being able to finish, right? We just went through this. You were talking about the Bills. They look, now reffing in that first game. Yes, they kind of got jobbed a little bit. And Belgium obviously is a top tier team, but last I looked, they were down 1-0 in Morocco here. But man, they just can't do it. And then the States, they go. They went to a draw with the UK, and then they 1-0 yesterday. They only got the one in. So their hopes are still alive for advancing to the knockout phase.
They're in, but they'll have to. They're up against the Netherlands, I think, right? The Dutch strong team. So
yes,
they'll have to bring it. They'll have to do something really special there. And I'm not sure about the status of their big player, or well, he's not big. The little guy. I don't even want to try and pronounce his name. Starts with a P. That there's a U in there, a Z, a C, and buy me a letter. There's a few other letters in there, but he got hurt.
And start with a P.
Yeah, the kid that scored the goal. He's a nice player for them, but. He'll obviously have to be on his game, but it will be an upset for sure if the States move on. But that's why we play the games. Everyone got beat this year that didn't look like the French got beat. French looked unstoppable, defending champions, and they got beat the other day. Was it a little bit coy? Were they resting? Who knows? So Argentina lost, right? We talked about all this the first time around. Some big teams lost. That's why they play the games. Can you imagine being one of these little countries that don't get a chance at this stuff and say, this is our stage. Let's show them what we got. Just takes one, right?
Parity in sports is so good right now. I mean,
alive and well. It's alive and well.
Yeah, absolutely. And in anything, like even ultimate golf, there's parity now. Any of the top teams can win the CCC. Any player in a bracket now. There used to be 5 or 10 people in Tour Pro that were winning absolutely everything, and now there's about 100 that, and probably more than that, 200 that have a chance to win every single Tour Pro tournament, flight and the top flight and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
And it makes
it used to be one. You looked at your bracket and say, I have to avoid him. I'll watch him. Now there's 7 or 8 in each bracket, and you're talking 10, 12 brackets sometimes. 10. It's ridiculous. Everyone has a chance,
and it's good for everything. It's good in baseball. It's good in the World Cup. It's good in the Olympics. It's good for any sport. Parity is definitely good. What else we got? It's kind of slow for sports. Like as we transition into winter, me personally, hockey is going crazy, and not even NHL hockey, just kids hockey. My God, it never ends. But NHL is kind of getting kicking off. Everyone's kind of finding their groove, finding their spot. NBA is kind of the same thing. You don't really get exciting to the second half of both of those seasons. Big one coming up, at least for Canadians, is the World Junior Hockey Tournament. Starts Boxing Day. It's being co-hosted, I believe, on the East Coast this year, Moncton and Halifax. That's a big one. It's any of the Canadians that are watching this. That's what you do between Christmas and New Year's. You put on the TV and you watch the World Juniors.
We kind of book our Boxing Day around that. We'll figure out what we're doing in terms of time of eating and where we go for a get together. They have to be hockey people, and if not, I'm hosting or we're mailing that one in.
That one also speaks to, so those of you that don't know, so it's U19, so they're all young kids. Most of them have been drafted already to an NHL squad, but they are not actively playing in the NHL. Some of them are undrafted still. And it goes back to amateur sports. And I was just, Pappy brings up NCAA. Absolutely. It goes back to, that's why the NCAA is so popular. That's why even watching Saturday college football, watching the March Madness tournament, watching college football all year round, watching amateurs play sports is so much fun. Like, I would much rather watch a high-level amateur than whatever, a boring mean nothing MLB game or whatever. Yes, the big games are still fun to watch at the pro levels, but give me an amateur sport over some mean nothing Wednesday night regular season NHL game any day of the week.
Happy, I'm a huge hoops fan, and more so the college level, because I don't know if you guys know where Duff and I are. We're in Canada and Ontario. Back then, when I was into basketball, Canada didn't even have a team, so the only thing we ever were proud of in Canada was that Simon Fraser University got to play in the NCAA, and they're a university out west, and they were playing in NCAA Division I at one point in time. But anyway, so I was always a big basketball fan before the Raptors came around, but because of that, I watched college more. So I'm a huge Michigan State fan. That's my team. I will follow anything and everything, and have a few shillings in play, let's say. I had two nice hits last night, but put your teams up there. Who's everyone a fan of?
Tom Izzo is definitely one of the greatest college basketball coaches to have ever played the game. Bobby Knight he's
legend.
He's got to be number one. And then you get into the big names. I was never a big fan of Coach K, but give me Dean Smith over in Chapel Hill. Oh boy.
I was a big fan of Huggy Bear. If the people that know that will know, I think West Virginia, big defensive team. I loved Huggy Bear, Bob Huggins, and we'll see what happens there. But I love it all. But Michigan State's my team.
Pappy, no, Eric brought up a thing. UG Scramble for the soccer games would be cool. They're not going to be during the initial stages, but we will see them as we progress further in the tournament. The problem with having a scramble is you got to give 3 options, because you got to go team A, you got to go team B, and you got to go draw. So until we start getting games where there has to be a winner, there will not be the scrambles for soccer. But if you had a look at the newsletter that was sent out recently, fun little thing at the bottom of that one was so you get a free either, I believe, a 2 or 5 pin bag or a 2 or 5 chest or whatever they call it, the rewards with the clubs and the balls and that. The options were soccer or football, and so you had to pick which one do you say? I mean, obviously North Americans, we all say soccer, but we know what they mean when you say football. So yes, there will be UG scrambles coming up to deal with the World Cup. They just won't be in the early stages of it. Other than that, yeah, I think that about sums it up. We had a good little chat. Let's.
So I was
go ahead.
I was premature with my reporting when you weren't here, Duff, to kind of keep the leash on me. But the boys maybe weren't quick on the draw. We had I guess Harley won last week before the game even started. I thought we were down to 2. But I guess he had won the previous Thursday, so Monday night's action wasn't really in play. So I guess the perfect pick session started over on Monday night. Harley won the previous session, so we are on to new one. So hopefully you didn't follow my advice and take. Hopefully you took the Steelers and not the Colts, because that was the start of the brand new session for perfect picks. The Colts look great in the third quarter. If we multiplied that third quarter by 4, oh my goodness, that would have been a great game. But
Patrick H in the house, guys. Make sure you go follow his channel. Patrick, throw up your link to your channel there if you want, so guys can go and subscribe to you. Almost daily content coming out of Patrick H. Yes, and Harley, who won it. Fun note: both winners, whoever it was the time before, and Harley both had dog pictures as their pictures. And actually we've had, I think we showed the final 3. It was down to the final 3 the first time and then the final 2 this time. And
they were all animals.
And 4 out of the 5 have been animal pictures. So if you want to win this, throw an animal as your, what do you call that? Icon, avatar, logo, whatever. Your picture.
Profile pic.
Yeah,
all of the above.
That profile pic, that makes the most sense.
They all work, Duff.
All right.
They all work. It's like flash drive, thumb drive, zip drive. They all mean something. USB stick. They all mean the same thing.
That's right. All right. I got to go pack because I've known for a few days now that I was leaving for this tournament. And of course, I haven't packed yet. Duff family, the little one, off to play in a big hockey tournament this weekend, just east of Toronto. So that should be fun. Yes, so Country Club Championship Tournament starts Sunday night. So the players will be playing starting Friday night. They're going to have Friday night, all day Saturday, most of the day Sunday to play round 1. Sunday night, we're going live with the results. We're going to have Monday head-to-head. We're going to have Tuesday head-to-head. That's the quarterfinals. Wednesday, we're going with the semifinals. And then due to Duff commitments, the final will be on Saturday, and it's Saturday night, so we're going to have more people watching than a random Thursday night.
Perfect.
So the final will be on Saturday night. Changing the rules a bit, we're going back to what we did in season 11. So there's going to be 3 different people play from each squad in the final, but we're going to keep it all with the good balls. We experimented last time. We started using the Pro Ds and just the Tour Pros. But we weren't getting as many drops, and people want to see the drops, so we're going back to whatever ball they want. However, this has been said a lot, we're going no pins. We're going old school. We're going skill-based, not money-based. Put up or shut up. That's what's happening. We're going no pins for the final this time. And Whiskey Business looking to repeat as champions. And we've got a pile of new clubs who have introduced a lot of good players in. Bit of shuffling going around. And we're going to see who can make the final and if we're going to have a new winner for season 13.
I'm sorry.
No pants.
I just read the comments. And that normally is me.
Pants for the final. Pants
everyday
off
life,
party. No pins. No pins.
I get high score.
You can wear no pants if you want. You guys, I'll keep you guessing because you can only see me from the waist up. But anyway, all right, that is a very good end to that. Steph wins line of the day.
Comment of the day for Steph.
I like my Boston Bruins fans as Fruit Loops, but the no pants definitely wins line of the day.
That one takes it.
All right, I'm Duff. He's Eazzzy. We're out of here, and we will see you in this format again Sunday for the Monday night game. All right, guys, be good to each other, and we will see you later. Bye. No pants. That was so good.
I just lost it. I just was reading the comments. I lost it. I'm like, is my camera too low right now?
So good.